Now we're going to talk about the ways we stay connected. All of you already have a volunteer connection account. That is how you manage your Red Cross volunteer role. We'll go over in some more detail on what that looks like and some features of volunteer connection. The exchange, this is our Red Cross intranet. All Red Cross announcements and articles are found here, and access can be granted to you right from your volunteer connection homepage. And I'll show you more on where that is. And then you may have a role that connects you to a SharePoint or a OneDrive. If this is true for you, your direct supervisor will guide you on where that might be and the direct link to your SharePoint. So first we'll cover finding the exchange. Right from your volunteer connection homepage, underneath your volunteer profile picture or lack of picture, as you see here, you will see the exchange. Once you click on the exchange, it will take you to our intranet, our American Red Cross Exchange, which does have the latest and greatest news and information. You'll find that always on the homepage. Always welcome to please dig in. You're going to notice there are staff services, business administration, our services, our response, outreach, and training, all included in some menu tabs at the top of the page. One area I want to call out for all of you is the Biomedical Volunteer Topic Hub on the Exchange. Inside of that Biomed Volunteer Topic Hub are services, biomedical services, and then at the bottom of the menu on the left-hand side will be volunteers. And so within here, you will find biomedical volunteer information, usually organized in order of dates, and any pertinent new information that comes our way does end up in this Biomedical Volunteer Topic Hub. But don't feel like you have to dig for things. Your direct supervisor will make sure that you know all the information that you need. So here, just a little bit more information on your Volunteer Connection homepage. And there are some areas that I circled on here just to highlight for you. We will be going over all of the areas that have a star next to them. You'll notice we already went over Edge, so there was a star there placed next to Edge. Calling out on this slide is just some areas of interest that you might want to dig into. My NHQ, so my national headquarters, really does give information on overall American Red Cross policy and resources, thinking of it from a very vast perspective, national headquarters based. My groups, this will connect you to any groups that you belong to at the American Red Cross. So as a biomedical volunteer, you will end up with a biomedical group falling under here, depending on which region or historic biomedical region you fall under. You'll also find a group that connects you to your local chapter that falls under here. So this does access you to your biomedical team for updates and position-specific needs. Sometimes you get updates in these group shares, is what they're called, and you can, within that group share, subscribe to nightly updates. So when you open up your group share, you'll see that option in the menu. Opportunities. This is where you can find additional volunteer opportunities in your area. So if you're interested in helping out in any other ways, this is a great place to navigate or speak to your local rep or your local recruitment team from volunteer services. Also, you'll see on your homepage, you always have a My Calendar section. This slide is showing there's no upcoming events at this time, but anytime you are registered either for a shift or for an event or for a training, it will show up here on your calendar if it was administered through Volunteer Connection. So finding a shift in Volunteer Connection, this was one of those starred areas. So on your homepage, you will go to My Shifts, then you will pick the calendar that you would like to see. All of us in biomedical services, if you are a donor ambassador or a transportation specialist, you will have a shift tool that you will be able to find blood drives or transportation specialist shifts from. You won't have a lot of My Shifts, but they'll be My Shifts under all the way to the bottom of your shifts will be global shift tools that you belong to, depending on your geography. And within there, you'll come to see a calendar that will show you all the different blood drives or transportation specialist shifts that you have there. Once you click on one of the tiles in the calendar, it will open up a new window and give you more information about the shift that you saw, and always giving you the opportunity to register. There will be more specific information coming directly from your supervisor on how to use the shift tool, how to set things up for yourself. This is just a general overview today. Another feature on your homepage will be urgent volunteer needs. And today, as Biomed volunteers, we're going to just touch upon the biomedical urgent volunteer needs. So finding a biomedical event-based volunteer shift in Volunteer Connection, you can go to the urgent volunteer needs section, click Find Out More, scroll down to the biomedical opportunities, and you will see that we are in need of blood drive support. So if you're joining us as a donor ambassador, this is what you're here for already. If you're joining us in a different capacity, please know that you can also volunteer at our blood drives going through this path. So urgent needs, find biomedical opportunities, and then click Find a Shift Near You, and it will bring you to a shift tool and to the donor ambassador training in order to help out at blood drives. So please feel free to take part at our blood drives regardless of your role with us at the Red Cross. Another important feature in Volunteer Connection is entering your volunteer hours. Not only do we want to see the wonderful impact that you have on our organization by tracking and compiling the hours both regionally, divisionally, and nationally, but we also want to give you access to always review back to your hours. So if you are applying for college or a job and you're building your resume and you want to be able to track those things, you have them here all in one place. So from your homepage, you would hit Enter Hours. Recording your hours really does matter. Volunteer hours are essential to show our impact and tell our story at the Red Cross. Please help by recording all of your volunteer time. Even the time you're spending here with me today can be recorded in your Volunteer Connection account. If you do sign up for something from a shift tool, those hours auto-populate, but please enter any additional hours that fall outside of that shift tool time. Travel to and from a blood drive or a building, any training time that you put in, any conversations, maybe you have a half-an-hour conversation with your supervisor or a meeting, please enter those hours as well. Hours can be logged on the website or in the Volunteer Connection app. Please feel free to download that. Logging your hours, there is a tip sheet here. You can also find that in Volunteer Connection. Hours can be entered in up to 40-hour increments. So let's say it's just at the end of each month you like to compile the hours that you've given. Just know that you can't enter more than 40 at a time, but you just have to do a couple of increments. And be sure to log your hours by the 7th of each month so that your supervisor can approve them. So back to logging those hours, you're going to click on Enter Hours. Add hours is a feature right on your homepage, so that's click right in there. If you're on your Volunteer Connection app, you also will find a spot to enter hours or add hours. Once that new window pops up, you're going to enter the date, your hours in minutes. They come up in 15-minute increments. Excuse me. Activity name, this can be very specific or fairly generic, reading emails, meeting, etc. Hours type, they will always be worked with us at Biomed. We do not have on-call hours, so make sure you select worked hours. Select the correct position. If you wear more than one hat, you'll have some different positions that drop down. Pick the position that fits the hours that you are entering and hit Submit Hours. Or if you need to enter more than one set of hours, you can hit Submit and add another. How to view and update your profile. So again, right from your Volunteer Connection homepage, you'll see this title, these title options at the top, menu options. You'll hit My Profile on your Volunteer Connection homepage or your Volunteer Connection app. To update your volunteer information, you'll see personal information. You'll see this whole menu on the side. You'll want to go to personal information to update anything such as your address, your phone number, your email address, etc. You can also view your virtual ID badge right from this area of Volunteer Connection. You'll see that right in the middle of the page here, View ID Badge. It will bring up a virtual badge. You can either take a screenshot of it or open that up on your phone when you do enter a drive, or if you are needing to prove your volunteer your volunteer connection with us at the Red Cross. Finding EDGE. So EDGE is one of our learning management systems. You will be assigned some training and learning in EDGE at times. So it's really great to know where to find it. So again, right from your homepage, underneath your profile picture, you will see the word EDGE. You're going to click into EDGE and it's going to bring you to a new area. It says, welcome to EDGE. You're going to see your transcript and lots of information in here on EDGE. You can find trainings on your own, so you can search trainings by name. Maybe you've been told to search for a certain training to take, or maybe you're just curious and you want to learn more, so you can search for a topic you're interested in, or you can use this browse for training section. Anything that's actually assigned to you will fall either right here under my training, and you'll see, here's a disaster cycle services overview to take, or you can go right here to this tile that says My Transcript, and you can find everything that has been assigned to you. If you are browsing for training, you can search by type of training. You can also search by subject matter. You'll see here we have different types of training, either reading, videos, etc. So you can click what you're interested in order to register for a training. Once you do have a training assigned to you, or you've selected a training, you'll see that you're registered for it, and then you can click right into that training. You'll see Open Curriculum as an option here over on the side, or Select Session. You'll be able to navigate through there, and eventually you get to a part that says Launch Training, and you'll be able to take that training. All completed EDGE training does show up on your volunteer connection profile, right in that My Profile section. It very regularly takes about 24 hours for the training in EDGE to update to volunteer connection. So you are able, again, to check your own training transcript, open the curriculums, and launch training in order to take what you have been assigned. And that is all for me today from the American Red Cross Biomedical Volunteer Team. So happy to have you on board. I hope this department overview gave you a really good sense of how you fit into the mission of the Red Cross as a whole, and more specifically today, how you fit into the mission of the biomedical services line. I hope your role and your adventure in biomedical services is a great one. Please make sure you reach out to your direct supervisor if you have any further questions or need clarification on anything that we covered today. Again, thank you for joining us at the American Red Cross. We are so thankful to have you here.